Good morning, Oracles. My goodness, what an awesome day yesterday. Tesla closing over $700, up 9.35%. The S&P and the nasdaq were also up 2.5%. It was a great day back, and I know we were wondering after the long weekend what was going to happen with the market. Well, judging by how crypto was, we were guessing that it was going to open green and finish green. And it certainly did. So crypto was definitely a great leading indicator for us this past weekend. We will continue to monitor this going forward. And now that big jump did create a gap. So it's, in a bullish way, a higher gap than we had previously. So we had gaps that were down to the 620s before, and this is something we have talked about in the past, is we're making these gaps because we're in a bear market and swinging so much. So this is just the norm for a bear market. So when we're trying to find a bottom, it's a matter of, are we making higher gaps than we did before? And we did. So this gap goes between 650 and 673. So a much higher gap. So again, I am anticipating this run up. We should see a little bit of a run up, hopefully. But I do anticipate a little bit of a pullback. That's just the market that we're in. So it's totally normal and expected. So don't worry about that. But looking at how we could get this run up, for those of you who swing trade or swing in your IRAs, this could be that time where we get this run up, maybe a sell out, and then buy back in when we fill this gap later. Just a thought. Again, I don't know the future, but that is exactly how this market has been trading all year long. So there's a high probability that this will happen. Now it looks like this weekend we do have, on Friday, a lot of options expiring at $780. So whether we're going to hit there or not has yet to be seen. Let me know in the comments below if you guys think we will hit there. But judging by how much we moved yesterday, it's totally possible that we could jump up a couple more, 5, 6, 7% days this week and get us there. And now, pre-market, as of the time of this recording, we are down 3%. All of the major indices are showing red for the futures right now.
Just jumping in to interrupt myself. Yeah, so Jerome Powell is testifying today in front of Congress, and that's probably why we're seeing the red this morning. Could be a bear trap. We had the massive bull run yesterday, lots of good volume coming in, so perhaps there's a little bit of a bear trap. Jerome Powell is going to say what the market wants to hear, and then the market's going to turn around and go green later today. That's my hopes. Let's see what happens.
Lots of different things could happen. We might see a turnaround. Maybe we do see the sell-off. Maybe we see that 650 gap get filled today, and that 780 futures contract expiring on Friday doesn't mean anything. So again, so many different options out there, but these are all the different things that are going on. So it's going to be a wild ride either way. So maybe we do get this turnaround. So that first hour is usually pretty wild in the trading. So just pay attention to that. Maybe we see a dip and then come back up. We've seen it in the past before where we had one of these gaps, and the next day we came down and filled it and then bounced right off of it and came back up and actually finished higher during the day. So again, we'll see how today trades. Now, Elon yesterday had an awesome interview with Bloomberg. I did a whole video last night on that. I'll put that link in the description for both my recap on it and the entire video and interview. Both awesome to watch, so check those out down there. And Elon went over a whole lot of different things between competition and Twitter and his political views. Good stuff, so definitely check that out. We also got reports on Twitter from cars.com that the Model 3 and the Model Y are the most American-made cars out there. So this is huge, and when you look at all the corruption and everything that this administration is talking about with the UAW and buying American, Tesla is the most American-made vehicles out there, above Legacy Auto, who has been in America, in Detroit, for a century. When it comes to Legacy Auto, one of the things that Elon did touch on in the interview was about competition and how he doesn't even see other EV makers as competition. He really sees the supply chain and other issues for production going forward as the actual real competition. And Tesla's mentality is what separates them from Legacy Auto and everyone else. When it comes to Legacy Auto, they have a whole entire system that is set up where they have so many suppliers and other people. They're not vertically integrated. So if there's an issue that they have, they just find somebody else to solve that problem for them. Tesla's mentality is, if there's a problem, we'll just fix it. We'll just take care of it ourselves. That's how they operate. And that's why they are so efficient. They are so lean and they can get so much more done than any of the competition, especially legacy auto, because everything is in their control. Everything is in their hands. And they look down the road, like when it comes to lithium and the bottlenecks that they see there, they're like, all right, well, we see this bottleneck coming. We are going to address that issue and fix it before it even becomes a problem. Legacy auto doesn't have the opportunity to think that far ahead because they're like, well, we need to reach out to our vendors and see what they can do for this. No, Tesla's like, you guys move too slow. We cannot handle the speed at which you guys move. We need to move so much faster than that. We'll just take care of it ourselves. And we'll either support you to get there, and if you aren't willing to take our support to get us there, we'll just do it ourselves. Don't worry about it. And Tesla just has this refuse to lose mentality. They have standards that they will be forcing everyone to meet. You know, when it comes to mining and everything, they're like, nope. Even the companies that they work with and the suppliers they work with for materials and mining, you know, even Tesla has their own standards and says, hey, if you are not willing to meet these standards of human rights and everything that's going on in your factories when it comes to safety, we are not going to work with you. And Tesla, being as large as they are, has that kind of clout to go out there and say, look, we want to work with you. You guys can supply us with what we need. But if you're not going to do it in a manner in which we accept, we're going to go find someone else or we're going to do it ourselves. And that's really all it comes down to. And that just shows the respect that Tesla has for humanity and moving forward. This is what Elon has said. He is looking to better humanity in the future. So when so many people come out and say, you know, look at the cobalt mines and this and that, look at what Tesla is looking to do for the future. It's totally contradictory of them to say that they are focusing on the betterment of humanity in the future, yet right now they're, you know, not looking at the humanity and treating them well now. So that is all FUD in the news that comes out. And just for clarity, the lithium phosphate batteries that they are producing are cobalt free. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the majority of their new vehicles do not have any cobalt in them. So please correct me if I'm wrong. That's the last I had heard, so maybe there is updated information with no cobalt being used. And this is just another example of FUD and falsehoods that get spread around based on people just reading headlines or only remembering things from the past that were said, and nobody actually taking the time to dig deeper into finding out the real true information about what is actually going on. And this unfortunately happens to be some of human mentality and our habits, which is when we're focusing on the bad and all we want to see is the bad, that's all we're going to see. If all you want to see is the good, that's all you're going to see also. And so it's good. You need to see both sides. Even when it comes to Tesla, Tesla's not perfect. There's a lot of downfalls that, you know, could potentially be out there that are real. So you got to pay attention to everything on both sides, but you can't just look at headlines and not dive in further, because if all you're looking for is reasons to hate Tesla, you're gonna find them. But if you truly take a step back and objectively look at all the positives and the negatives that are out there for Tesla, you will see that there are clearly way more positives outweighing any negatives that they have. And so the positives and negatives, we had a great positive day yesterday. We are looking to be opening negative today. But let me know in the comments below, do you think we're going to come down and fill that 650 gap already and then bounce up? Or do you think that we are going to drop down and then make a new lower low? So again, it seems like based on everything we have heard, we should see a rally despite the fact that we are red pre-market right now. So, very near term. So let's just take a look and see how we trade. But let me know in the comments if you think we're going to rally or go red. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. We do have a Discord chat. That link is in the description. And if you'd like to support the channel any further, I do have a Patreon. That link is also in the description. Thank you so much. Have a great one.